With no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to invite Pastor Eddie Jumba.
My name is Eddie Jumba. I'm the senior pastor of Milliken Church. It is a joy to see all of you here. God bless you. Look in the magazine on on page 20. You will see some details about me where you can appreciate all the other things that we can talk about. Inga nesimye nnyo. Nzalibwa mu kyalo akaalo makulu akayitibwa Kigasa kasangibwa bino byogere mu Luganda ndowooza kasangibwa mu gombolola y'Ekyamuliibwa mu district y'e Masaka ndi munnamasaka to the core bannabuddu mbaagala nnyo Mukama abampeera omukisa.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Pastor Eddie Jumba. Once again, if you're joining us, we are at the Courtyard Marriott here in downtown Toronto. My name is Ronnie. I'm the event coordinator for this event. We're in our 8th year. So without any further ado, I would like to invite our ambassador to Ottawa to formally welcome all of you and also officially open our conference. Ambassador Alan Kajik is based out of Ottawa. He's the man who has supported us ably in this event. Mr. Alan Kajik, you have an audience in this room. You have an audience in Kampala, Uganda that are watching you live. And please, abantu babuzeko with some Uganda as well.
That's a good one. It's not easy to talk after Pastor Jumba because Pastor Jumba is an accomplished preacher. I acknowledge protocol of Pastor Jumba, honorable colleagues who are here, Ronnie Mayanja, the event coordinator. We have Honorable Jachano Mach and Obed Kabanda, who have traveled all the way from Uganda, from Ministry of Trade. They're here with us, and I acknowledge their presence. We have also senior people who have traveled from Uganda. We have senior counsel who is here, and all of you from Toronto. You're welcome once again. It's indeed a great pleasure to be here today, and I'm exceedingly humbled by your presence here. It means a lot to us that when an event is being organized about Uganda, you are here to attend. So just know that we do appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts. I welcome those who have come from Uganda, and thank you for putting aside time to travel all the way to come and attend with us this event. This is the 8th edition of this convention, And in a special way, I want to join Pastor Jumba in thanking Ronnie. May we put our hands together to thank Ronnie. There is no amount of money that we can give to Ronnie for doing this work. It takes a lot of commitment, it takes resilience, and what you have done, there are few people who can do it. And therefore, we salute you for that, and we thank you for having Uganda at heart. Ronnie is not based here, he's based in the US, but you can imagine he travels all the way to ensure that Canada-Uganda Convention takes place. And trust me, we don't take that lightly, and we don't take it for granted. Thank you very much. I have my colleagues. As an embassy, of course, we have a number of services that we provide for our Ugandans and people who are interested in going to Uganda to do either business or to do tourism. So I have my colleagues that I've come with. We have Lillian, who is in charge of immigration. She's right there. So if you want to have a visa to go and do business in Uganda, she's right there. She will give you more. She's going to make a brief presentation after my speech, and she will let you know more. And even the ID issues, those who have questions will ask her so that she can respond to the concerns that you have been raising to us over time. I have my colleague, Agnes. She's right here. She's in charge of trade and economic diplomacy. And so you know who to approach if you want to send some people to Uganda for businesses. So ladies and gentlemen, I know many of you have made Canada your second home. You're working hard, building careers, raising families, succeeding in many different fields. And I want to say, Uganda sees you. We are proud of you, your efforts, your successes, your contributions, they matter to us. Uganda's economy is projected to grow by 6.1% in this current fiscal year. This growth is expected to be driven by strong performance in agriculture, real estate, renewable energy, tech, and tourism. Therefore, opportunities waiting for forward-thinking partners like you. And I'm glad that you're here to listen to experts from Uganda who are going to give us presentations in relation to the businesses that we have. But also those who have come from Uganda and want to invest in Canada. It is still welcome. Canada's GDP is about 2.3 trillion, and therefore you know, if you can join the competition, it is a competition that you can fit in a block as well. So the government introduced one-stop center to ease trade for investors in Uganda and to register businesses. This is being spearheaded by Investment Authority back home in Uganda, and they have really tried their best to make sure that the red tape is greatly reduced. And this is also to protect the investors who take businesses back home to Uganda. To investors who are intending to go and visit or invest back home in Uganda, you are most welcome. And I want to tell you, Uganda is the most beautiful country you can find on earth. It is so beautiful that I've always told people when I get an opportunity to address them, it is only in Uganda that you find the equator cut across the country, and you also have snow on top of Mount Rwenzori. Isn't that beautiful? It is beautiful, and therefore, if you are to go to invest in Uganda, know that is the type of country you're going to invest in. You will never go wrong, and the country is peaceful. The High Commission is here to help where possible, whether you're looking for businesses, business information, networking opportunities, or simply need guidance. We are just a phone call away, and an email away. We shall always give you the right guidance, and we also want to draw your attention to the website of Uganda Investment Authority. You will find there bankable projects that you can always see for yourself which type of project you'd want to get to. And the bankable projects are for 2024, 2025. There are quite a number of Canadians that have headed to Uganda. I have got quite a number of lists now, and but some of them also need partners. They need people who are grounded in Uganda. They don't want to go there because they were not based fully there. So they need partners, and I therefore urge you, when you're here, please take advantage of this group of people and make sure you help them back home. Yesterday, I had the opportunity of taking Honorable Jachano Mach and Dr. Abed Kabanda to a factory. It's a recycling plant. And the gentleman is interested in going to do both fishing, how do you call it? A processing plant and recycling. Therefore, it's very important that we continue to take this group seriously back home to Uganda. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to leave you with a few things. To Ugandans, don't wait, start now. Whether it's investing in land, starting a family project, or partnering with someone back home, let's start. Think beyond remittances. While remittances are vital, your skills, networks, and ideas are just as powerful. Mentor the young people back home so that they can do better. Stay connected to the prospective investors. Uganda is the best country that you can ever invest in. Look at the friendly tax holidays, the cheap labor, and the planned industrial parks that we have around the country. This can help you in deciding which part of the country you'd want to invest in. To the tourists, Uganda is simply gifted by nature. I've already told you about the snow and the equator, but we also have the big five. The big fives are, I'm sure you know them, the lions, the elephants, African buffaloes, name them. These are all found in the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. So ladies and gentlemen, why we are here today, it's about building bridges between here and back home, Uganda. A bridge of opportunity, trust, and shared progress. I therefore take this opportunity to invite you to invest in Uganda and wish you a successful convention. And at this juncture, on behalf of government of the Republic of Uganda, and on my own behalf, I declare this 8th convention open. Thank you. Now I invite my colleague to come and make a brief presentation in relation to immigration. Lillian, you're welcome.
The services offered by the Uganda High Commission, both to the Ugandan community in Canada and also to the tourists and the investors that are interested in going to Uganda. The mission is based in Ottawa. So most of these services, we can get them online, but also some of them you can actually appear at the mission and you'll be given the service. We are available. We are open from 9 to 4 Canada time, so, and then 24/7 online. So you can easily reach out to us at your appropriate time, and we're able to help you whichever way we can. The mission facilitates the issuance and renewal of passports to the Ugandans. And it also does national identification to the Ugandans, who are Ugandans according to the 52 tribes of Uganda, but also there are those who are Ugandans by registration, those who register to become Ugandans. So those also can be issued national IDs. We also help with authenticating your documents Sometimes you come from Uganda with your driving permit, you come with your academic documents, and you need them certified for these other places that you want to use them. So the mission helps in doing that as well. Sometimes, on a sad note, we lose loved ones here. When we lose our loved ones, we need them to be taken back home, maybe by their own personal will or by the will of the family that the person should be laid at home. So we are able to help you with the documentation for that body to be repatriated home, because without a letter from the mission, that body cannot leave Canada to go home. We will start national identification mass enrollment in September. That is information from NIRA Uganda to us. That's when we will get the new equipment, so we are able to ably enroll everybody, both new and those who need to renew their national IDs. So, okay, thank you so much.
Once again, if you're watching, you are on the Uganda-Canada Business Expo. We are live broadcasting right here from the downtown Toronto Marriott. Without any further ado, I would like to invite the manager real estate from NSSF.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and special thanks to the organizer, Mr. Ronnie Mayanja. My name is Janet Mugume, and I'm honored to be here today on behalf of National Social Security Fund Uganda, where I proudly serve within the investments department, but particularly real estate. It's a privilege to speak with you, members of the Ugandan, Canadian diaspora, because I know many of you are actively seeking ways to stay connected to Uganda, to invest back home, and to secure your future, and that's exactly what NSSF is about. It's about turning your hard-earned savings into long-term security and opportunity. NSSF Uganda, as you know, is the leading social security provider in the country, and we manage retirement savings for over 3 million members, and we're overseeing assets currently worth over 26 trillion Uganda shillings. Our mission is to secure your financial future and achieve this through strategic investments. This is in 3 asset classes: fixed income, these are government securities, equities, and of course, real estate. These investments generate income and capital growth, not just for the fund, but for the entire country's development. At NSSF, we view real estate as both a smart investment and a national service. So our real estate strategy is to leverage our financial strength to increase returns for our members, to reduce Uganda's housing deficit, and to support the national development goals. We hold prime land across the country, and our focus is to unlock value by developing housing projects for sale, commercial properties for rent, which I'm sure you'd be familiar with if you're in Kampala. Like Workers' House, for example, is one of our projects and where we are based. And these projects are thoughtfully planned with high-quality infrastructure, community spaces, and amenities. We're determined to be a developer of choice. I know we're only known for social security, but we're here to really put that message across that we are a developer, a real estate developer, and I'll go into the projects that we're doing. And we are becoming this developer by consistently delivering products that combine affordability, quality, and long-term value. So our project, starting with Solana Lifestyle and Residences, which you'll see with the green booklets that I put on the table. This is our flagship development. It's our high-end real estate. It's located in Kampala, in Lubowa, for those of you who are familiar with the city. And it's a 550-acre master planned project, and it will be mixed-use lifestyle development with some residential and commercial. Currently, we've completed phase 1, which is 6 gated communities with bungalows, townhouses, villas, and apartments. And really, we see this as a city within a city, under the principles of new urbanism, as I assume you would know them here. Everything from green parks, community centers, paved walkways, quick access to Kampala CBD, and the airport on the other side. Oops, I'm sorry. It's basically a live, work, play lifestyle that we're trying to push. Construction of phase 1 and 2. Okay, so whether you're looking for a retirement home, a future residence, we believe Solana is something worthwhile. I think the last thing I can say about Solana is our payment terms are really incredible. So we say this, and I have to mention it because I would like for everyone listening to come by and see.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Janet Mugume, the manager real estate, and a very big partner who has helped us literally push this event forward today. So thank you. She was with us in Boston at the Buganda Bumu.
Thank you so much. It's such a privilege. My name is Florence Nachimoli. I'm just 10 months old in Canada. Yes, I did not directly come from Uganda, like many of us. I came from Korea, where I earned my master's degree in global sports administration and management. And being a newcomer in Canada has been a journey. It has been a roller coaster, but with great experience. As you mentioned, thank you so much. I landed here knowing no one, but there is a power of being aggressive. The only person that I knew that welcomed me was William Kafabsa. He encouraged me, he told me, you can make it. Being sponsored with FIFA to go study in Korea, I came here with a vision that I'm going to be I was going to be part of the FIFA that is happening next year. I came very excited, very happy. I applied for opportunities, but as you know, so many of our newcomers, it's not that easy for you to land on such great opportunities. So when I applied, I successfully got on that journey. I was going to be the coordinator. We all come with different visions, but there is a power of persistence. Thank you so much.
Moses, please come and tell us about Afro Global Television in a minute. Thank you so much, Florence. Ladies and gentlemen, if I might say a word or two about Moses. When I started doing business here in Toronto, this gentleman was sort of keen. We communicated on mail. I was able to open up his contacts. He introduced me to so many people that, even took me further. People like Judge Rochelle. Canada has 5 citizenship judges. One of them is Judge Rochelle, who basically has done wonders for us, coming to speak to our community events and helping us, especially, when I was getting to bring Afrigo to Canada for the first time, the visas and all the other things that were delayed. So there are people who have been there to carry us through. So I just want to celebrate you for your willingness to open up your networks and the way we've been able to do the things we do. Please tell them what Afro Global Television does and how Ugandans can benefit from some of the stuff you do.
I just want to take this opportunity to thank you so much, Ronnie, for the incredible work that you've done to put together this annual convention. 8 years is not a joke. It's really amazing. And I'm so pleased to see that your beautiful wife, Mrs. Mayanza, is always beside you, supporting to make sure that you are able to do what you need to do. I also want to take the opportunity really to thank our dear Ambassador Alan Kajik, who is doing an incredible job actually representing the Pearl of Africa here in Canada. And yeah, please give a hand clap for him. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the Honorable Fred Omach, who has actually come from Uganda for this special event and some other activities as well. Honorable Omach actually served with my dear sister, the late Honorable Jessica Erio, in Parliament in Uganda. And he has actually continued to serve very well Uganda in a number of areas as well. I want to take this moment really to let you know that I'm the president and CEO of the Afro Global Television channel, which is actually what you see here. This is a 24-hour TV network that is actually broadcast across Canada on all of the major cable systems, Rogers, Bell, Telus, Eastlink, and others as well. The parent company of Afro Global is Silver Trust Media. And through Silver Trust, we actually publish several publications, magazines, and that include Excellence Magazine, Destiny, and others also. So together, when you take a look at what we do, including our annual gala event, the Excellence Awards, which has actually brought some of Africa's best and the diaspora's best to Canada, including Yvonne Chaka Chaka from South Africa, Wole Soyinka from Nigeria, and of course from the global diaspora as well, including the former Prime Minister of Jamaica and so on, to Canada, to celebrate excellence. And because for me, I believe that the currency of success is excellence. When you do something and you do it very well, you are actually able to generate more impact, and you will be able to achieve much more success. I am just this little boy from Jumani, Uganda, and who basically grew and eventually left Uganda to come to Canada to attend Carleton University in Ottawa. I came with just $20 in my pocket. And that $20 has actually grown to become this media organization. In fact, it's the largest African and diaspora-owned television network and media organization in Canada. And we also believe in social innovation. So we've actually set up the Transformation Institute, for Leadership and Innovation, which is actually doing some amazing work, as well. I just want to say that two amazing people have actually been able to join me here for this very special event. We have Gino Shah, who is an AI person. So if you want to understand a little bit more about artificial intelligence and really setting up a business and in a very proper way and that sort of thing, you can actually speak with her as well. And then, of course, I have, the amazing Crystal Kazimi, who's here as well. He has lived in Dubai and some other places as well, and has achieved actually so much. So to be able to gain a little bit about, perspective, I think that would really be great. The last thing I just want to briefly mention is that I have been involved with launching a new initiative called Imagine Uganda. And Imagine Uganda is a unique opportunity that we have to be able to showcase the Pearl of Africa in a number of key areas. And that include trade, tourism, investment, the diaspora, and of course, development. So this is an important aspect of what really needs to be advanced. And you can speak to me a little bit more about it. And then in the publication there, when you take a look at my profile, you'll be able to get more information about it as well. And I bring to you greetings from one gentleman from Vancouver, and that is actually Justus Mirembe. He is actually the chairman of the National Association of Ugandan Canadians, and a truly wonderful person. And this organization is aimed at bringing all Ugandans together, regardless of your political association and social or anything for that matter. So I thank you so very much, and let's enjoy this amazing convention. And my brother, once again, congratulations. Yes, and I just basically say, in my language, Madi language, Ingoni, Azianyilaka, and Zokosi. And then, of course, there are some related languages as well, but that's what I would say for now. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Moses. We appreciate the support. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to look at the magazines that you see on the table, they are published courtesy of Silver Media. So, Mr. Mawa, we appreciate you. Please. Thank you so much. This is a Ugandan or Asian descent, but some people will be saying, wait a minute, Mr. Sikandi? Mr. Sikandi? Yeah, okay. Please just come because this time we just want to give you a minute. Just greet the people you work with in Uganda. Just briefly tell us what you do. He's the CEO of Reportage. Reportage is a real estate company based out of Dubai, doing big investments in Uganda as well. Just in a minute, greet the people, and then tell them where they can find you.
Good morning, Protocol Ambassador. Pleasure to meet you. I've flown all the way from Uganda here because I'm a Ugandan, born in Uganda. I grew up in Uganda. In my younger days, I was based in Lira, Kabira Maido, and Kampala. So my home days were at Lira in VH Public School. My father is 92, he's never left Uganda, so he's a true Uganda. Most people know Rafiki Group, belonging to my father, Hussein Lira. Now myself, I've developed a lot of properties in Uganda, but I've joined up with a company from Abu Dhabi. It's a $13.5 billion company It is developing in about 14 countries at the moment and growing all the time. What they've done is they have a passion to develop Africa in Dubai lifestyle properties. So what we're bringing into Africa, not only Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya at the moment, we're starting in Ethiopia, we're spreading all over. Basically, I'm the CEO for Uganda. I'm looking after the operation. In 2 years, we've started projects equating to around $70 million, all in prime locations like Kololo, near Acacia Mall, and near Entebbe. We're building different kind of concepts, European, Middle East concepts into Uganda at affordable prices. We have flexible plans, interest-free. We give up to 40% off in all our developments. We have payment plans of 1% per month for the duration of the developments. So we have unique opportunities for you to have a Dubai lifestyle or a European lifestyle in Uganda.
Mr. William is one of those people who came courtesy of this convention. But just tell us what has been your journey. How has Canada been for you in very brief, like 3 to 5 minutes, if you don't mind.
Everyone around here that is in front of us, I thank you for coming. You make this bigger and better every day. And Ronnie and Tim, I mean, you're amazing. I mean, the reason why I'm speaking to you is because I want to encourage someone out there. So my journey started like any other person with aspirations. I needed to grow and develop. So the next thing was like, so what do I do? Where do I go? So I did my research. And back home, I had done my MBA. I've had opportunities to work with corporate entities. I was in UBL and Unilever in the marketing section and sales. So by the grace of God, I made up here. That's in Canada, North America. And upon reaching here, like any other person, Florence just mentioned, for sure it wasn't an easy journey, but of course, at the end of the day, don't lose the eye on the ball, you know? So I had to manage, how do I go to develop myself? So I went and did business analytics. And for that reason, it's because of COVID-19, you all know what happened. So standing before you, I'm a guy of numbers, and we leverage on big data. So it's the game today, it's what to do. So I speak to you as newcomers into business or entrepreneurs, and those that are existing, with due respect. Some of the things that we think are easier or simpler are never done, and we keep saying, do the basics, the rest will be history. So data is one of the key elements that you can leverage on. Strategies that we can, and before you invest anywhere, and then we give you the right, because risks in business, let them not be seen as a roadblock. People don't want to invest or put in little money to start a business. I am here, I've managed to make some imports back home from here, and some of the risks I've found on the way is exchange rates, supply chain. So as an expert, we are able to identify that for you, and then you're able to invest right when you have all this kind of information or data onto your desk as an investor. So if you need details about what I can do and my colleagues, I've had to network, build trust in us. I'm going to have my, my information behind. I can greet you, and then I'll share with you what we can. It's not so expensive. Please invest. And once again, like the ambassador said, one of the sources that you can embrace is the Uganda Investment Authority website and office. The embassies, please network. I can't emphasize that enough, because it is upon that that some of us can stand before you. We've made strides, and we are all winners. You can go out there and win. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gafabusa. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mr. Gafabusa William. Abantu osobola okubabuuzaako mu Luganda to start, and you can also be able to tell them where and how they can be able to access your properties. Ladies and gentlemen, my personal friend and good friend, Mr. Andrew Kasiri.
Thank you, Ronnie. Andrew Kasiri, as introduced. I am Yes, I'm one of the promoters, developers of Pearl Marina. Pearl Marina it's a Ugandan company developed by a listed company called Centum. Centum is listed on the Kenyan Stock Exchange, Nairobi, Kigali, Uganda, and it is an East African company. What is Pearl Marina? Pearl Marina is a lifestyle, luxury, lakeshore housing development. Why would you come to Pearl Marina? The proximity from the airport to the lake. It's 15 to 20 minutes away, and we have different types of housing developments. There we have villas, we have apartments, we have townhouses, we have bungalows, and we have serviced plots. We have different developments at different stages. One of the stages that we are at now is called Kingswood Park. Kingswood are undeveloped plots which you can buy and develop something of your choice, guided by certain parameters which we insist on. But it's a serviced plot, and these are about 25 to 30 decimals. We have a new apartment development called Springfield. Those of you who might be aware, we have sold out the first apartment developments. They are called Bella Visitor, and they were bought by largely diaspora. Most of our property owners are diaspora, and they will tell you why do they live abroad and own properties in Uganda. It is because of the Airbnb business. People buy not to live there. They come and live there once or twice in a year, but they structure that with an Airbnb market, which is very, very vibrant in Uganda. And so, yes, we're inviting you to buy. You may reside there, but you can also earn from that investment. We are in the process of setting up different amenities. These amenities were delayed because of COVID. We started to build before COVID. When COVID came, we had certain partners withdraw, but we are at the stage where we're putting down facilities such as there's a boardwalk, there is a jogging track, we're building the swimming pools, the children play areas. We're in the business of doing that right now. We have delayed a bit on the swimming pools, but I think by close of September, we should be developing the swimming pools. Why do you come to Pearl Marina? It's a safe, secure, gated community. It's a safe and secure gated community with all these facilities. There are water resources there, electricity is there. We have a sewage treatment facility right on site. And so it's the place you should be. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Mbabuuzaako bannaffe musibye mutya mujeebale bampita Kasirye banzaala Kansanga. Nze siri village born nga omusumba of Siri Munamasaka. I am born and raised in Kansanga. Kansanga kyali nga kyalo walingawo engo n'empologoma. Yes, I was born over 60 years ago. What you see now is not what Kansanga used to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andre. He came all the way from Kampala to support us. He has kids here in university. So, Mr. Kasirye, we celebrate you. We appreciate you. Again, if you're watching us, we are live on BBS Telefina. We appreciate you wherever you're watching. You can always be able to connect with us on UgandaCanadaConvention.com. We also have a news channel, UgandaDiasporaNews.com as well. You can always be able to reach us via that. I recognize Mark. Mark, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mark and the business and what he's doing here in Canada. He came highly recommended in terms of the services he renders. He's also a very strict businessman. So, ladies and gentlemen, Boba Wetaga Stream Services, I highly recommend Mark. I'm very impressed by what I've seen, and I'm sure BBS Telefina appreciates. I would also like to recognize in a special way Mr. Sembajo Patrick, Dansan Busulwa team over in BBS Telefina and the management and staff for giving us this airtime. Whenever we plan and organize these events for our partners, we always want to make sure that we carry these services so they can get a much bigger audience, both on social media with their over 1 million followers on Facebook, YouTube channel, and then the actual people in their homes who are watching now on BBS. So you're not Jamuli to midday. I would like to invite Farida. Farida is the marketing manager for Qatar, but is all basically here in different capacities. Just come and say hi to the people. Again, we're trying to tell you that the caliber of the people in the room is powerful, is great. We're going to wrap up our TV segment with Mr. March, but we just wanted to give an opportunity to all our partner sponsors who basically supported us. Qatar flies all the way to Toronto.
Good morning, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is Farida Wamala. I work with Qatar Airways, but I'm here as Farida Wamala. As in on my own, not sponsored by my company. So I thought I should put that very clear. That disclaimer comes out so strongly for me. So whoever is watching out there, I came on my own. As in to network with Ugandans in Toronto. I was just told, you don't say Toronto. Zendi mwala Muganda. Neddirangeye. Banzala kawempe mbogo. So, Oluganda, Obuganda, ne Uganda, yenze. Ndi mchala chitonzi, nyumirwa omulimu gwange. Nyumirwa byenkola, tutunda tiketi. So, buli ali wano, n'abali eka, bw'oba olowooza okutambula, please think Qatar Airways. Nga Farida akugambye, oba akubuulirako, tinyonyi nnungi. So, mwena wena mbatumidde, abatulaba, abali wano, n'abali eka. Mbere bulungi. Thank you. And thank you, Ronnie, for the opportunity. Ronnie is my good friend. So when he has always invited me, but I kept on postponing, pushing until this one day. You know, Katonda tagera chibi. Planning ya Katonda yebe singo kubo bulungi. So this 8th edition, I was meant to be here. So thank you. Nsanyise mwenna obalaba.
Thank you. Again, we're trying to rush through this program. We're going to finish this segment. Diana, do you want to say something about the work you do real quickly? And then we'll wrap with Mr. March. Please come, because we would love to make sure that these delegates who came all the way from Uganda get the opportunity to get the mileage of the time on television. Please come. I'm buying time so you can get on stage. And then Daphne, I don't know whether you might want to say something to wrap this segment.
Mbalamusiza basewo ne banyabo. Nze njatambula ng'Omuganda. Okolawo enjawulo bampita Nabuuso Diana Katimbo. Neddira Butiko. Ndi muzzukulu wa Nalumoso. Agalamidde Bulemeezi baakijjulula. Awo. Ne nsanyusa obbalaba. Nze ndi mukyala lawyer. Nja kwogera mu Luganda kubanga BBC televayina ya bannayuganda ate aboogera Oluganda. Ndi lawyer mukugu, nali nkola ne mwami Andrew Kasirye myaka 14 ne neetongola. Kati nange nina ekitongole kyange tulina office mu London, Virginia ne Kampala. Ffe be bayita diaspora lawyers. Buli ali diaspora ng'oyagala obuyambi mu real estate ne commercial areas. That's our main area of focus. Tuyamba abali mu US to purchase properties in Uganda, abali e London, abali e Canada, abali mu Europe mwenna. We represent you to help you navigate legal problems in Uganda. Yeah, that's what we do. Naye mwenna nsanyusa obbalaba, Mukama abakuume. Ronnie nkwebaza. Email njagibawo mwenna ne website yaffe eri www.renaissance.com. Email njagibawa mu cards ne mwenna nsanyusa obbalaba. Ronnie weebale nnyo, ebalire ddala. Mukama kuume.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we tried to reach out to the community, one of the other people who organizes big events here in the community of Toronto, we were able to reach out. She promised to come out and support, is Daphne. Daphne, I've had very many big things from the ambassador who recommended me to you. I just wanted you to say hi to these people, and then we're going to end with Mr. Omach, who is going to wrap up this segment for us, please. If you can come and say hi, what you do, and how the people in Toronto can benefit from some of the services you offer.
Thank you, Ronnie, for the opportunity. His Excellency, the Ambassador, guests in here, community leaders, and organizations that have traveled from Uganda, protocol observed. My name's Daphne Marunga. I'm the immediate past president of the Rotary Club of Toronto West and the executive director of the Amara Girls Initiative. The Amara Girls Initiative is an organization that I formed. Anyway, before I go to that, I came to Canada in 2019. I came in pregnant, had a lot of time at home as a former banker and an advocate for girls. While at home in maternity leave or on maternity leave, I looked at what was happening back home, especially when we were hit by COVID. And I was like, okay, I think this is the time that I continue to do the good work that I was doing before I came to Canada. So I formed an organization called the Amara Girls Initiative, and the organization works with young girls. Our theme is to keep girls in school, and our motto is to work together and empower women. Now, in Canada, with the support of some organizations, we host educative events, conferences, one of them being Empowering Women and Girls. It always happens in March, and it brings in advocates, government officials, guests, people who are concerned about empowering women. And when you speak about empowering women, many people mistake it for people to be like, it benefits only people in the sub-Saharan Africa. No, even here, women need empowerment because they still struggle to take up space, and they still need encouragement to be pushed to take up leadership positions. We also host an event in October being a bullying month. So we come in with internet harassment and bullying. As the world evolved, so many people are using the internet, and there's a lot of scamming, there's a lot of abuse, there's mental health issue. I can emphasize, there's a lot of mental health being projected on the internet. So we need to come in as the community, as leaders, as people who are concerned, to bridge on that gap and save the world, because the internet is here to stay. We just need to learn how to move with it. Obviously, we seek partners. I'm here because Ronnie loves what I do and wanted me to come and be around and see who can support us. Because right now, we're being supported by Care International, we're being supported by Days for Girls. Every year, we give out kits, over 200 kits to some schools in Uganda. That is supporting menstrual hygiene for some girls who can't afford it. And we also receive some funding from the Rotary Club of Toronto West, where I work, and some clubs in Uganda. Closing, TAJ is about transformation for girls, mothers, and communities. When we empower women, we build stronger futures. Join us in the journey. Thank you so much.
Honoring our invitation. Thank you so much, Daphne. We really appreciate you coming. Last but not least, Mr. Omach is the board chairman for the Free Zone. I also had Mr. Andrew Wynne, Post Bank, but I don't see him here yet, but he's around. Maybe he will speak later once we break off. So, Mr. Omach, please make your way to the podium. We're just going to give you 8 minutes because we want to make sure that we get to wrap up this segment properly. Once again, if you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching BBS Telefina. Thank you so much for staying with us. Mr. Omach is from the Free Zone, telling us exactly what they do. He came all the way from Uganda. Please, you'll be able to repeat the organization and be able to tell, and also greet the people in your village who might be watching. The podium is yours, sir. Please, if you can go ahead and do that again in about 8 minutes.
Dear friends, as I was coming here, I talked to my grandchildren. I told them I was coming to Toronto. Then they called their other colleagues, guys, Papa Daddy is going to Tororo. No, I said, no, I am going to Canada. Then they said, that one in Canada is called Toronto. So I told them I was going to Canada from Uganda and coming to have a development agenda with the people of Canada. And that we are going to get an uncle who is called the ambassador. And then the person whom I was going with from our organization is also called Kabanda. So these things were just flowing. So the development agenda, so that all of us from Uganda and Canada, we are all connected and we develop together. So that's where we start from. Now Uganda, because of the UPE and the USE, the children are now speaking Torontic English. And they're extremely exciting. And this UPE and USE has made us proud. And second, we thank our president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, because of immunization of the children there. Now we have got the highest number of youth in the whole of Africa, the whole of the world. We have the youngest population. So how do we turn this dividend, this demographic dividend, into something which is positive? So that is what we think we should benefit from. And the journey as we move with this particular number of youth, and they are not calling me grandpa, they are calling me Papa Daddy, so that I remain part of this very important echelon of the youth. Because if you are called grandpa, it sounds a bit oldish, but if they call you Papa Daddy, it is a... yeah. So here, when you look at, we look at it as Papa Daddy. Yeah. So that is where Uganda is. And they told me I should take to them chocolate. I said, but why should I take you chocolate from Toronto? And then they said, because now as Uganda, we are exporting cocoa beans worth $410.75 million US. So why can't you people of Toronto from Canada come there, process this, and make them into chocolate? So that when I am moving around, the chocolate is, yes, can come from here, from Toronto, but the Ugandan chocolate. So that's the first opportunity that you're having. Then as I was talking to them, we are taking coffee. And they said, but Papa Daddy, can you tell those people to drink at least 1 cup of Uganda coffee every day? And that's the request from these young children. Right now, as Uganda, we are exporting 7.8 million bags of 60 kilograms per annum. And we are adding value to only 10%. Can you, from Canada, at least add value to 50% of this? And also get us a market. At least 1 cup of coffee from Uganda. And I'm happy that at least Canada is importing some coffee from Uganda, but not sufficient. And it is in raw form. So that's where I wanted to start from. My colleague Kabanda, please stand up for recognition. Dr. Kabanda is a member of the board and has got a PhD in humanities from Seattle University in the Washington, here, USA. So I am really extremely happy, Ambassador, for the committee organizing this and inviting us as Uganda Export Promotion and Free Zone Authority, which is a very young authority, which was last year coined out of two boards, Uganda Export Promotion Authority Board and the Free Zones Authority. They were now formed into one and were inaugurated in December last year. So we have, and I would like to read to you exactly what we do. The UZEPA, as we are called, is responsible for 10 things. The first one is for the establishment, development, management, marketing, maintenance, supervision, and control of free zones. And then on the other side of export, it does three things: to develop, to promote, and to coordinate all export-related activities. Isn't that massive? Which includes this adding value to this coffee, adding value to this cocoa, and we get chocolate, and we get that beautiful cup of tea from Uganda. The authority also regulates and facilitates secure, efficient, and globally competitive international spaces that facilitate value addition to our abundant resources and promotes exports to the world. Now, Canada inclusive. So far, we have licensed 43 free zone developers and operators, and we are constructing a public free zone at Entebbe International Airport. We expect that this financial year, we should be able to conclude. These zones are catalyzing industries and augmenting Uganda's efforts in increasing export receipts, and we have slightly over 1,004 registered companies exporting from Uganda. And we are in this process of analyzing the regulations to enable us to also operationalize the special economic zone, as has been agreed by the East Africa Convergence. And we invite you to be part and parcel of this. Now, where are we as a country and what the Uganda government is doing? There is about 9 things, and I would like to read them to you verbatim, so that this is what came from you from the convention that you wanted us to do for you. You want the interests of this convention to include deepening potential partnership with multiple stakeholders in the field of trade. Yes, that's where we are. Investment, I've talked briefly about that. Agribusiness, tourism, ICT, education, healthcare, real estate, diaspora banking, and establishment networking. And that's why we are here. We'd like to have networking established with you. And His Excellency the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has always talked about the 4 principles of ideology, which include patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. We are doing all this, and as I'm talking now in the country, all parties, political parties, are in their primary elections, so that next year we have the national elections, which will be free and fair, so that every time, every 5 years, we have opportunity for people to express their interest. And to deepen this dream of capitalizing Uganda further, the government continues to prioritize the following areas. Peace and security is one of the most peaceful places in the whole world. We have accelerated industrialization with focus on building factories, export promotion and import substitution, strengthening the private sector and increasing market access for our exports in regional markets, among others. And in terms of foreign direct investment, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have the FDI flows of, by the end of last financial year, of $3.8 billion US. And quite a bit is coming from you, and we are requesting you, can you have your own remittances put together as an organization so that you can have some impactful investment in Uganda from these flows? But we thank you so far what you've been doing. We are in the areas of tourism. Last year we got 1.5 billion. Remittances, as I've mentioned, is 1.4 billion. And during the next 5 years, we are projecting that the GDP is going to more than double to 158 billion in 2030. And the people with whom we are getting the largest FDIs, unfortunately, is not Canada. We have 55% from the Netherlands, followed by France with 20%, Kenya with 6%, Tanzania with 6%, I with 5%. So where is Canada? So there is an opportunity for you to ensure that you improve on your FDIs to Uganda. Then the trade between Uganda and Canada, I'm happy to say, we have reached now 69.1 million. That is trade between Canada and Uganda, and with 36.5 million in Canadian exports and 32.6 million in imports. And the Canada exports to Uganda primarily consist of aircraft and aircraft parts, textile articles, and cereals, while imports from Uganda include coffee, tea, vanilla beans, flowers, and fish. And right now, we are requesting you to come and invest in fish farming, aquaculture. The potentials are extremely huge, and we would like Canada to come and benefit from this. So the questions we have from you, from the diaspora, this huge export potential that the country is enjoying, can you be part and parcel of it? Now, in terms of manufacturing, we are doing a lot in manufacturing, and the things that we have, there is automobiles, electronics, steel, textiles, furniture, food products, pharmaceuticals, aluminum products, and some of the new products which are manufactured in Uganda, electronic manufacturing plant, pharmaceutical companies, we have dairy farms, we have cut flours worth $120 million, we have 2,000 tons of avocado and 4,000 tons of bananas per year being exported, and the other investment potentials in Uganda are huge. And right now we have got the returns on investment of 14%. It is the highest in the world, I can assure you. 14% return on investment. If you invest here in Europe, you get about 5.2% returns on investment. So once you invest in Uganda, you'll be able to get all your capital between 5 to 7 years, and you've got back your capital. The rest is just enjoying. And we have a very free economy where you can bring in as much finances or capital as you want, and you can repatriate as much of it when you make the profits. Now, the goal of increasing the size of the economy tenfold within a period of 10 years. And this, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is the core business of government now. We want the GDP growth to move from, currently we have about 61.1 billion US dollars as the GDP, but we want this to move to 500 billion US dollars. And this is what we are calling the ATMs. ATMs, I'm a banker by profession. We used to be, our ATMs were machines which are used for giving out money, associated teller machines. Now it is standing for 4 things in Uganda to increase the GDP growth rate tenfold. And we want you in the diaspora, you the Canadians, to be part and parcel of this. First one is agro-industrialization. Second one is tourism development. Third is mineral development, including oil and gas, and science, technology, and innovation. So these are the ATMs that the government is emphasizing. I've already told you that coffee, we are exporting 7.8 million 60-kilogram bags, and we want this to have value added. I've talked about fish. Currently, we produce 658 metric tons of fish annually, and we have 12 fish factories in Uganda. But we want you not only to come and add value, but we want you to also have aquaculture in Uganda and the land and the water is available. We have milk, and now to deepen the agro-industrialization agenda, we as a government have given a large scale in commercial farming interest-free credit worth 175 billion shillings, but this is only for Ugandans, including you in the diaspora. It is interest-free. You can get this so that you are able to develop big agricultural farming in Uganda. And these are got through the 3 government banks of Post Bank, Housing Finance Bank, and the Pride Bank. Now with minerals, if I tell you, you may even faint. We don't think that Uganda has this number of minerals. We have many of them, and permit me, Eddie, to mention them one by one. We have oil and gas, which you all know about. We have beryl, we have chromite, lead, lithium, silver, zinc, granite, diamond, uranium, iron ore, among many others. And all these, the potentials are there for you to come and invest in them. And we have gold refineries so far. Now we have 10 of them, which are operating in Uganda. And we have a Uganda National Mining Company that is going to be capitalized up to 500 billion Uganda shillings in the next 5 years. And they will be participating at least 15% to ensure that Uganda has a stake in all the minerals that will be added value to from Uganda. The airport in Kabalega International Airport has almost been completed, and we have completed over 700 kilometers of tarmac roads within the Albertine regions. Electricity, we expect, right now we have 2,052 megawatts, and we are also going to have up to 8,400 megawatts of nuclear power. We are not going to use it for fighting, but it's just going to, for you to come and do industries. And so please come. Yeah, so we expect up to 12,074 megawatts to be installed in Uganda in the near future. But right now, we have 2,052 megawatts. This is enough for you to do industrialization. And then with all this said, the enormous potential within the diaspora community here in Canada to drive this transformation, including new investors interested in the country. And due to intervention by government, people now living below poverty line has come down to only 16%. This is amazing. And the Uganda currency is the strongest in Africa. Yeah, the strongest. Yeah. And then those who are outside the money economy has come down to only 33%. These are amazing figures. You can Google anywhere and you'll find that they are all truth. And this is courtesy of government investing 3.3 trillion in what we are calling the parish development model. So this money is everywhere. And of course, we thank you. Yeah, you just go there, you get 1 million shillings. In the past, if people got 1 million shillings, they would get so excited and even tremble a bit. But now, they know how to handle it, and it is working perfectly. In the past, as Mao was saying, you get 1 million, you go and marry another wife. But now they're investing it because the president has been moving around to tell them about wealth creation, and they've articulated it. So this, through export-oriented investment, joint ventures, logistics, or technology transfer, we would like you to come to be part of Uganda. The opportunities are abundant, with Uganda now as the largest producer of coffee in Africa, exporting that 7.13 billion 60 kilogram worth of 1.97 billion in the end of the financial year, which I had already mentioned. And can we resolve today? One, how can we ensure Canadians drink to that 1 cup of coffee daily from Uganda after processing it? Two, how can Uganda ensure that the diaspora and Canadians invest in value addition business around coffee and others, including tourism. And how can you three go into business processing outsourcing? And with our tourism potential being world class, how can we make sure we increase number of Canadians coming to Uganda for tourism? And we have, for instance, lions that climb trees. In the past, if a lion was chasing you, would run away and climb on top of trees, and you felt you are happy that you had escaped. But now with Ugandan lions, when you climb on the tree, it follows you there and leaves you there. But for us, we know the language. We'll tell now, this one is a Canadian, don't touch. So come, we'll make sure that you are safe. So back to the free zone and the benefits of tax incentives that we will be giving you through the tax exemptions. And whatever we'll be giving you are VAT zero rated. And I urge you to look at Uganda not just as a home, but as an opportunity. Let us turn our networks into business corridors and our shared heritage into shared wealth, and bring along Canadian investors for investment in Uganda. And you're extremely welcome. And this is my first time in Canada. And when I'm going back with some chocolate for my grandchildren, now we shall no longer be calling Toronto, but we shall be calling Toronto. Yeah. May God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Papa Daddy, is it?
Honorable Omachi talked about my language. I'm a coffee farmer. I'm actually one of the first female to be voted by an AFP. It's a French magazine as an East African representative, inspiring farmer. So I'm going to brag about, I'm a coffee farmer, like a big coffee farmer. And I'm the first person in Uganda to call the term proud farmer. So when you see someone using it, I'm about to charge them for that. So I came to Canada a couple of years ago. Now I'm 6 years here, but I still do farming back home and on a large scale. I also work with Mapera Bakateyamba, one of the houses that hosts elderly in Rubaga. I'm not a politician, but people call me honorable. Others call me a minister, but I'm not none of those. And the reason to why they call me that is the work that I've done on the ground, on the grassroots. I used to, and I still do, volunteer teaching farming and give out farming tools to women and the youth in Uganda. You might be wondering how I do it. I do it with people like you, people who contribute. I use my social media to raise money and to raise funds. I've built schools, I've built churches, not in my money and not in the government's money, but in the money of people like you. And so I thank you, and that's why I was able to collaborate with Ronnie Mayanja, who liked how I do what I do on social media, to become the Canadian coordinator.
One of the things that are dear to Mr. and Mrs. Mayanja, and I don't even know how much they go into this personal life of theirs, is that they are people of faith. So when the convention was conceived, one of the key values that Mr. and Mrs. Mayanja held was the value of unity. The interfaith service is a statement of that. Every year, whenever this convention has happened, there has been 2 hours reserved to just make the statement that we can have a platform where people of different faith can come together to praise the Lord. That is what we are inviting you to tomorrow. I have confirmation from the Toronto Seventh-day Adventists. They confirmed their attendance. From the Catholic Church of Toronto, the Ugandan Catholic Church of Toronto, they will be here. I have confirmation from the Uganda Muslim Canadian Association. They confirmed they will be here with us. Fanera Ministry, they will be here. These are all people that you would not find together on a Sunday morning. That is the whole point behind the interfaith service. Be part of everything about the convention. We have the picnic, yes, we have the breakfast, we have the dinner, but also we have the interfaith service. God bless you.
I greet you all in the name of God Almighty, because we are different faiths, so I'll say in the name of God. Professionally, I'm a clinical psychologist counselor, but with 25 years of education. I've taught university for 18 years, I've taught secondary school for 15 years, and I've taught infants for 6 years. So anywhere you put me, even baby care, I can become a baby and make sure that I take care of people. I've worked with women, I've worked with men. I'm very passionate about the men's image in society. It's very important. And one of the things that I vow to do here in Canada, one of the things, and actually one of the reasons why I'm probably here, is to bring out God's intention of marriage, of family, God's intention of generation. When we are failing at family, we do not have successors. We do not have a generation to live. I want to thank you all for listening to me. I'm not the speaker of the day, please. But my name once again, Susan Nalwoga, Coach Sue, Auntie Sue, call me anything, Chief Chef Sue, whatever, wherever you take me.
Ladies and gentlemen, George does many things here. He's actually the one who connected me to some of the people who are doing very good for us, including Mark over there. So please, why don't you greet the people and say something?
Thank you very much, Ronnie. I got to know Ronnie virtually for a very long time. For the first time in 4 years, he saw my face yesterday. But we've been coordinating and doing a lot of things together. And my name is George William Wilobo. I greet you in my language, Yogano Dedede. I am I'm from Kabiramaido, and had a gentleman, Sekada. Yes, I'm very humble to meet you. I know most of the projects in Sunflower and all the things from Rafiki. I am very familiar with them. So in Toronto, I still call Toronto. I still call Toronto. I have not lost that one. But I'm the executive director for Global Express Services. I have a very structured business. I have my business umbrella is Global Express Services Inc. Under Global Express, I have portfolios, and the first portfolio is Global Events Canada that organizes events and supports so many community initiatives within our community. Requires planning and strategic management. And personally, coming from the corporate Ugandan corporate world, where I was a project manager at ABI, Agribusiness Initiative, Agribusiness Trust, whereby I also have background in agribusiness management, which I studied from Israel through the first cohort that went through the USADF. But most importantly here, I also have Brookside Staffing Agency that support our community members, especially the newcomers, because finding jobs here are very, very hard. So I have a staffing agency and focusing on the healthcare and community support. And I have contracts within the city of Toronto, but also have contracts with some of the private organizations that we supply workers to. And also another portfolio is GlobeX. My name is Wilobo, so that's why you're hearing a lot of global. My name is Wilobo. Wilobo literally means the world. So that explains why you're hearing global. So I use my name. Global is actually my name, Wilobo. So I have GlobeX, Global Express Shipping. So we ship a lot of community persons that want to ship back home, and we do that at a small and larger scale, both in air freight and water. Now, logistically, of course, we have our locations both in Mississauga. We have a warehouse that we partner with an entity to share that warehouse. We're also trying to expand to see how best we can be able to bring some of the partners. Yesterday, we met one of the partners that want us to work together in terms of logistics. However, I am here to thank Ronnie for bringing all the business leaders here today, and also appreciate you for consistently doing this. It's not easy to bring all these faces and these big shots in one space. And I want to thank the media team that is here. In most cases, I have mentored and encouraged a lot of newcomers in this community. In most cases, these people don't come out to really testify, but Mark right here is one of the testimonies of my mentorship.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. I know you for some time, but we met for the first time. Your Excellency, all the good people who have traveled from Uganda, and our friends new here. Probably I'm one of the oldest in the house. I've been here for the last 29 years. I landed in Canada during the times of Michael Jackson. At that time, you had to wear a silk shirt, a silk tie, a silk trouser. I landed on the 14th of February. It was one of the coldest days, as we know. At that time, the planes did not touch the airport. You had to walk like 1 kilometer. When I go to the migration, even my teeth were singing. They told, I heard the immigration officer telling my people were waiting for me that he's badly dressed. So that is how ignorant we are when we are moving to new places and we have global shocks. I am responsible for about 300 people migrating in this country. I am very proud over the years. After working for the World Bank, oh, by the way, my first job, I walked dogs. My second job, I was a security guard. And the third job, I worked for the World Bank as a researcher. All my life, I've dedicated myself in supporting Uganda. Ambassador is my testimony. Can tell the story. From anything that I could do or I can do up to now, I am not part of irresponsible divisions. I only focus on what puts us ahead. I am the man behind the post-COVID conference that happens every year. It is always between 11th and 13th, but because we know how important this convention is, we pushed it to September. We always bring 350 people all over the world who come and discuss health, trade, and what post-COVID recovery is, as we anticipate that we should get ready should any pandemic, should any global shock come that we need. So I will welcome you to be part of it. We have 560 people confirmed from all over the world. From Saudi Arabia is the biggest. Then all the provinces are coming. We are going to be at Brampton, Pearson Convention Center. Because we are home-based, the same team here, you see George, you see Mark, these are the people who are going to carry the show of what it takes. Because for us, we believe there is this buy Uganda, build Uganda. But for us, support Uganda. That's what we do. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about is different from the story I'm saying. Two things. In Canada, to make money is the easiest country where somebody can make money. Because I was dog walking 29 years ago. I'm sure I'm comfortable where I am. Even if God says leave, I'll say thank you for what have you done. But let's invest in STEM. Let's invest our children in being scientists, because it's the only thing that can make you meet the CEO of Rogers Television. It's the only thing can make you to be hired globally. STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If we can have children back home to come here and put them in these programs, we will be benefiting our country. One of the boys that I got from Uganda many years ago came here, got into the university here, was behind the store of Bombardier. It was one of the most direct projects that never had anything. We never heard about kickback, never heard about this, because the boy who came from Uganda came here, ended up being one of the best students, one of the best trainers at the Bombardier in Montreal. So, and naturally, because there was need, the information went around, and because he was one of the best workers in the department, he was made to meet the CEO of Bombardier.
This event will be covered on Afro Global Television and will also air across Canada on their channel. She's a newcomer here, and again, this is someone who has just moved to Toronto. I'm just trying to make way for you. Please say something, encourage these people, and maybe someone watching before we break off for the live stream. And then we'll call Pastor Jumba and then the ambassador. I don't know whether you might want to have a closing remarks so we can end on this. You good? Okay, so please say something.
Thank you, Ronnie. Hi, everyone. Protocol observed. I hope you're all well. My name is Denise. I'm very new in this space, obviously. I'll just read out what I wanted to say, if you don't mind. I'm a proud Ugandan. I've been in Canada for a year now, over a year, and I'm a marketing student. I'm based in Toronto, and my heart is deeply rooted in our culture, and I have a vision to share African luxury with the rest of the world. I've had the chance to work with the luxury departments, in particular Harvey Nichols and Saks Fifth Avenue before they closed out of Toronto, Canada. And I've seen firsthand how global brands are built. And now I want to bring that same level of prestige to African-made products, you know, beauty products, fashion, and lifestyle products. And through my brand, I've created a brand, it's really new. It's called Philip Azibwe. My mission is to reintroduce Africa to the rest of the world, not just as a place of heritage, but to build a hub of excellency, elegance, and innovation. And I'm truly honored to be here to connect with some of you Ugandans. And as I'm starting this journey, I hope I can meet some of you to uplift me, or we uplift ourselves. And yeah, we also uplift what's ours. Thank you very much. I've started with the brand called Belazuri. I don't know if some of you know the brand. It's a Ugandan beauty cosmetics brand. I'm officially selling the products here in Canada. I'm also in touch with some other brands from the continent, not just Uganda. If you have a brand that you would recommend, not just beauty or fashion, but lifestyle as well, I would welcome the brand. I would like to, you know, look at some of these brands and products that we have back home, and let's have them in this part of the world as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of you. My name is Denise Aivaziwe. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation to come, everybody that flew in from abroad. We love Canada. This is our 8th time here, and we love your smiles. We love the support, and that's all I'll say. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you.